sitting, and then we discuss the report today on 6A, and then do business of President President. Already for done. 6B and C, already for no.
Already, that's not enough.
Yeah, I mean, it could be
information.
Yeah, information, it could be of good suggestion, but let us check our records, colleagues. This entire sitting, we have not passed much bills. We are here to pass bills.
Okay, so sir, why do you want to defer?
Yeah.
Why do you want to defer?
I wanted to defer for two. I wanted to defer for two reasons. Members of the budget committee have been very busy working on the national budget, and the report about 6B, for example, if it was circulated, not many members had it, including me. And also, given the importance of the national budget, it is important that we spend the rest of the evening on 6A to discuss the national budget other than going through all of the remedies of a committee report. Those are the two reasons why I wanted to defer this report and focus on the national budget today, which is very significant for us. We know how long this budget been here with the legislature. The executive, for the first time in my lifetime at least, was able to submit the budget to us, technically maybe a week later, but on time. And it was our own legislative impasse that had delayed it, and given the fact that we are getting news that the House has already passed the budget, it is important that we spend enough time this evening only on our agenda item to pass it.
So we have to do the work. Let's see how it goes with the budget. Yeah. That's not.
Indeed, folks, good evening. Wherever you are finding us, we'd like to say welcome is on today Liberia television, coming live from the main Conures of the Liberian Senate. Folks, many thanks to all of you who just joining us. We'd like to say welcome. The Liberian Senate is poised to pass the 2025 national draft budget to concur, I beg your pardon me, to concur with the Honorable House of Representatives. As it takes now, the Honorable House of Representatives have passed the budget, and here is the communications to the Senate.
The Honorable Liberian Senate in special session. Capitol Building, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Honorable Pro-Tem Amendments. I have a directive of the Honorable House of Representatives in session to forward here to attached horses and grows bills number 22, 23, and 24 entitled 1. The Bank, Financial Institutions and Bank Financial Holding Companies Act of 2024. 2. An act to ratify the loan agreement for the health security programs in Western and Central Africa, using the multi-phase programmatic approach signed between the Republic of Liberia and the International Development Association (RDA). And 3. An act to approve the national budget for the fiscal year 2025 to provide for the expenditure of the government of the Republic of Liberia. The above mentioned bills were passed into the full force of the law by the Honorable House of Representatives on Friday, December 20, 2024, at the hours of 11:45, 14:27, and 14:29 GMT respectively during its extraordinary session, and hereby request your timely concurrence. Please accept, Honorable Pro-Tem members, the renewed assurances of my highest esteem. Sincerely yours, Honorable C. Comics Chair, Acting Chief Clerk.
you listen to the reading of the communications from the Honorable House of Representatives on the budget report.
Sent to us for concurrence. What is the word and pleasure? Report. We read three. We read all three.
Can you read it again, please?
Well, there were three bills, including the budget. That was read.
What was asked to be read was the budget. No, communication from the House of Representatives transmitted three.
It was read. And that communication is transmitted three instruments.
So you got a
And listed all three.
so you got a one line that's separate.
So we need a motion. Senator Batikwa. Madam President, distinguished colleagues, I've been listening to the communication from the Honorable House of Representatives conveying today's body three financial instruments, including the national budget for the year 2025, above, that those instruments be received and turned over to the committee on ways, means, and finance, but yet to delegate and report to this body to be the opposition. So, we know that the Senate Committee, Ways, Means, and Finance Committee has a report to make.
Yeah.
But in the last days of the budget, both committees were adjourned. Right?
Yeah.
So they can read that.
So leadership, Senator Wade put,
Liberian Senate, folks. Today, Liberia Television, wherever you are joining us, we like to say welcome if just joining us on this premium platform. We're coming live to you from the main chambers of the Liberian Senate, where the Liberian Senate is making everything possible to concord with the budget passage from the Honorable House of Representatives. So wherever you are joining us, we'd like to say welcome if you just joining us. Today, Liberia Television, G. Kasha is my name. For the very best, this platform has to offer you.
Amendment to the motion.
so the motion is to send it to the Ways, Means, and Finance Committee.
Yes. Amendment to the motion.
And then on readiness. Are you ready to vote?
Yes. Already.
Senator Brown?
Yes, sir. Honorable Woman, my amendment is that the reports and the bills from the Honorable House of Representatives be received, tabled, and actions be taken concomitantly with the Senate Report 6A.
So the Senate report has to be presented. And that's what we're consulting.
That's what I'm saying.
The Senate report is ready.
Receive and table, and actions are being taken concomitantly.
Okay, all right.
And look at our own report.
Moving.
Only the budget. Only the budget.
On the budget, I said.
Yes, student as the budget.
So the report, all in favor of the motion? No other amendment. Okay, all in favor say yea. Against? Say that way.
They got our report now.
Issue court.
Say that way I present it.
Report from no. Go back to the agenda. 6A.
Report from the Study Committee. Report for the Committee on Ways, Means, Finance and Budget on the National Budget for fiscal year 2025.
Yeah.
How do I come to like this?
It's about 2024. The President for Temporary, Liberian Senate in Special Section, Capital Building, Capital Hill, and Rural Liberia. Dear Honorable Pro Temporary and distinguished colleagues, concurrence report of the Senate Committee on Ways, Means, Finance and Budget on the national budget for fiscal year 2025 in an amount of 159,418,690 Liberian dollars at a budget exchange of 180.995 to US $1 to cover the government operations for the period January 1 to December 31, 2025. Background. The passage of the national budget sets the stage for government operations across all branches of the Liberian government. Disbursement by the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, in accordance with approved budgetary allotment, provides a means of which government covers its recurring and non-recurring expenses for every given fiscal year. Proceedings. The Senate Committee on Ways, Means, Finance and Budget, as per the mandate of the plenary of the Senate, conducted a vigorous and thorough scrutiny of the draft budget for fiscal year 2025 for the period up to 1 month. The committee reviewed the revenue proposal as presented by the President of Liberia. The President's revenue proposal for fiscal year 2025 was submitted at US $851,761,873 United States dollars. At the end of the revenue hearing, an additional revenue in the amount of US $28,900,000 was identified, thus increasing the revenue envelope to US $880,662,000 United States dollars. Findings. Consistent with Article 34D of the Liberian Constitution, the Honorable House of Representatives has passed on national budget as attached to this report and in summary below. Sector summary fiscal year 2025. Public administration sector proposal $336,683,397. Net adjustment $23,482,999. Appropriation $360,166,396 United States dollars. Municipal government sector $33,516,899 United States dollars. Net adjustment $4,950,000 United States dollars. Appropriation $38,466,899 United States dollars. Transparency and accountability sector $27,071,837 United States dollars. Net adjustment $2,637,001 United States dollars. Appropriation $29,708,838 United States dollars. Security and rule of law sector $120,857,388 United States dollars. Net adjustment, $900,000 United States dollars. Appropriation, $119,957,388 United States dollars. Health sector. Proposal, $85,832,192 United States dollars. Net adjustment, $1,680,000 United States dollars. Appropriation, $87,512,192 United States dollars. Social Development Services sector. Proposal, $14,569,382 United States dollars. Net adjustment, $150,000 United States dollars. Appropriation, $14,719,382 United States dollars. Education sector. Proposal, $114,767,252 United States dollars. Net adjustment, $50,000 United States dollars. Appropriation, $114,717,252 United States dollars. Energy Environment sector. Proposal, $23,008,928 United States dollars. Net adjustment, $500,000 United States dollars. Appropriation, $23,508,928 United States dollars. Agriculture sector. Proposal, $15,230,746. Net adjustment, $850,000 United States dollars. Appropriation, $14,380,746 United States dollars. Infrastructure and Basic Services sector. $71,017,380 United States dollars. Net adjustment, $2,549,873. Appropriation, $68,467,570 United States dollars. Industrial and Commerce sector. Proposal, $9,206,472 United States dollars. Net adjustment, $150,000 United States dollars. Appropriation, $9,056,472 United States dollars. Round total for proposal, $851,761,873 United States dollars. Net adjustment, $28,900,127 United States dollars. Round total appropriation, $880,662,000 United States dollars. Note, the public administration and municipal sector budget are subject to adjustment not to exceed $6 billion. Recommendation. In view of the foregoing and in recognition of the current needs and priorities of the Liberian government to uphold public governance and focus on key deliverables, the Committee on Ways, Means, Finance and Budget recommends that the Liberian Senate, in special section, concur with the Honorable House of Representatives on the passage of this instrument, which puts the national budget for fiscal year 2024 at $880,662,000 United States dollars, or its Liberian dollars equivalent of $159,333,993 $395,418,690 Liberian dollars at the budget exchange rate of 180.995 Liberian dollars to US $1. Done in committee room and submitted on the 20th day of December 80, 2024. The Liberian Senate Committee on Ways, Means, Finance, and Budget. Signed. All members signed. Madam President, Pro Tempore and Presiding Officer, distinguished members of this body, the reading of the concurrence report from the Senate Committee on Ways, Means, Finance, and Budget on the national budget for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of $159,395,418,690 Liberian dollars. Madam President Pro Tempore.
Distinguished colleagues, you've heard the reading of the concurrence report of the national budget from the Ways, Means, and Finance Committee of the Senate. What is the will and pleasure? Minister Joseph.
Madam Presiding and colleagues, having listened to the report from the Committee on Ways, Means, and Finance of the Honorable Liberian Senate, I move, if I can obtain a second, that this report be received and open for discussion.
It has been moved and seconded that the concurrence report be received and open for discussion. Are you ready to vote? Ready. On readiness?
Mr. Movement, I will be ready to vote if you can accept that the chairman on the Ways, Means, Finance, and the Budget,
Go ahead.
he gave us some time to elaborate on this dedicated report.
Yeah, so it's open for debate, so he will take the lead. With no unreadiness, are you ready to vote? All in favor say yea. Against? Senator Moy.
Thank you.
Honorable Pro Tem, distinguished senators, we made our preliminary report yesterday, and I think the budget was sufficiently debated yesterday. And as a matter of information, the budget at the close end of the both chambers hearing, or the both committees, we decided to work together so that we don't experience any difference in the different report, in the two reports. So I want to announce to the Liberian people that at the end, at the conclusion of all of the different hearings in the two chambers, the committee came together and resolved all the issues that we had with the different entities, and the most important one that has the authority to draft the budget for the president being the Finance and Development Planning. So this report, as the Secretary of the Senate read it, it's a report that we all did jointly, and I think will not have any future changing. The only emphasis I want to make, when we made the report yesterday, the new envelope that we proposed was increased by $28,901,22. So that's a little increment of 1.5 million additional as at yesterday report that was also identified from the tax revenue. So that's the only addition I wanted to make here. And to also say to the public that the committee, having learned from past experience, the joint committee decided to give a very important caveat. And that caveat is that public administration and municipal sectors budget are subject to adjustments not to exceed $6 million. We noticed during this current budget, when it was passed, we said there were adjustments, and those adjustments did not meet our approval. So we are leaving a window, and I want the public to get this clearly. We are leaving a window of $6 million adjustment, whether upward or downward, in the final budget working papers. In the final budget working papers that will give the details of all that we have here. We are leaving an allowance, an adjustment allowance of $6 million. So that means the envelope will not change. The $880,662,000 is not going to change. But there will be upward adjustment in these two key sectors, public administration and municipal sectors of our budget will experience that. So I just like to make that known to all of us here so that tomorrow, if the budget working papers comes up, somebody will not pick up and say, oh yeah, they moved this one, they moved this one. That allowance will not change. The $6 million allowance will not change. And finance will not come here and tell us that they moved more than $15 million. No, we will not accept it. So I'd like to make that clear. So distinguished honorable presiding, distinguished colleagues, that's the only adjustment that we made. And I think we sufficiently made our case yesterday. And I just wanted to highlight that too. And the two is the increment in the yesterday's revenue by a little over $1.5 million. And then giving the public administration and municipal government budget adjustment allowance of $6 million, either downward or upward. So I want to pause here, and then the community members are here. We've been working 24/7 to derive this report jointly. So whatever other members that are not on the committee, whatever concern they may have, the 15 members committee, I think almost 90% of us here to make clarity at different levels. I want to stop here to give others the opportunity to raise their concern. Thank you.
He's the chair on the Ways, Means and Finance, Senator Prince Cameron Wayne of Bloc County, the Senate Committee Chair on Ways, Means and Finance. Folks, we'd like to say many thanks to all of you who just joined us on this program today, Liberia Television.
We're going to learn and protect. Protect our new rules.
And see what else you do with that yesterday. We've been scrutinizing the budget for 1 week. Yesterday was the debate started yesterday. And within the budget didn't change, so we are concurring because it's the same report we have. Yes, please. You can call order. Senator Batikwa.
Madam President, I just want clarity. I want to thank the Ways and Means Committee, and I want to thank the chair. I'm sorry that the chair went out, but I seek clarity from here. The clarity is he talked about 6 million going out, downward or upward. Is that amount floating? Or the budget, when it is finalized with that 6 million, it means that the budget can be reduced by 6 million, or it will be increased by 6 million. I don't understand that.
Anyone on the committee want to respond to that? Senator Brown? Senator Nukwe? Budget spending? Oh. So clarify, we So we'll wait for the chairman to respond to that. If co-chair.
We will do the due diligence, but it's okay. The same thing. Okay, same what does it mean?
Oh, okay, so
adjustments in the budget. So once we have made adjustments in the budget, then it's going to be followed in the ministry. If for any reason there are appropriations that are not aligned with the appropriate sector, then that realignment will have to be done by the ministry. But if that amount exceeds $6 billion, then they have to come back to the legislature. I think that's what we're talking about.
That's it. But the overall budget amount will not change. Yes. It is within. Yes. Two sector areas.
Yeah, but if you mix any of the sector, that allowance is only.
They use the microphone.
Yeah. I think the speaker said
it rightly. The committee.
Who's the speaker?
Speaker Nuku. He said it rightly. Protest, distinguished colleagues, this current budget year that is about to end, we experienced a realignment that was done by the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. And we had a couple of hearings to inform the public what was the intent. And they came here and made the case that, look, the legislature had a very good intent to support some other sectors in our governance process, but in an attempt to align it to the right sector, it was misplaced. And for us to have that intent executed, we decided to do it on our own. And I think they came here and took responsibility. So we want to leave an allowance of $6 million. That whatever adjustment that will be made in the budget working papers, whether it is misplaced, that correction would not exceed $6 million as compared to almost 15 or whatever million that we have to call a public hearing repeatedly here to inform the public. So it's just normal that we realize that and start to take
Make budget correction by finance ministry.
Definitely.
Not the legislature.
Yeah, should not exceed that.
Senator Saab.
Thank you, Honorable Pro Tem. I might ask for clarity, see wrongly, but I have some concerns, serious concerns. When we had the opportunity to look at the 2025 budget, we sat down to analyze the terms of the 2024 budget. And by the Pro Tem, it was surprising that when we did our analysis, it is disheartening that the county, the great county of Lofa, suffered losses during the 2024 budget. For instance, the health sector, Lofa was given $565,000 US, but only $142,500 was allocated, meaning 25% of the budget. It is new and disheartening that after checking Lofa County as a county with so many issues, did not access 75% of the budget that was allocated to 2024. Now we are going to 2025. My question to the Finance Ministry through this honorable body says we have proposed levity what happens to the 75% of that money? It's a question that I want to ask as we go delegates, so we find clarity. So when we get back into the county and the people are complaining about their budget not being implemented, we'll be able to explain to them if they have hope that putting the money in extra account, we need to know that they will have to do that through this kind of engagement. It's not only that, that is just the health sector. We go to education. We got the also rural teacher training institute, we got the local community college, we got the we got nothing. Almost 50-20% was disbursed to the educational sector. And so, bewildering honorable President to ask this honorable body to investigate these things so that we wouldn't have this situation in 2025. Because our people need the money that is allocated to them. If we are not giving to them based on whatever bureaucracy or just manufacturing bureaucracy, that can be removed so that our people can receive their allotment.
Give me the finance minister, give me the president,
that's why we have all the committees we have in the Senate. Yeah, so we have our oversight responsibility that allows us to track the activities of the budget. We encourage all committees to work with the ministries and agencies on a quarterly basis. If you do that effectively, we're not going to be having this kind of competition. So anyway, ensure that payments are made, and that when the budget is tracked, you know that there will be no outstandings. They need to come and answer to you, but not on the day that you're passing the budget.
So, Madam yes, but we have had this conversation with the sectors leaders like the Minister of Health. I know I'm a member of the Health. We asked this question a couple of times. I know our brother over there, Senator Conures, is not here, but he brought up our
So you asked the question, but you didn't bring it on the floor for action to be taken.
So now that we are here, my question to
when you return, make sure the committees work in our line.
yes, so the 75%. My question I'm on the public space. I'm in the public space. I want to have this question because people in Lofa and listen to me. We want to know how in this 75% have they lost it, or they want to be put extra account for them to benefit from it. Since it was entitlement. I'm asking the Senate this question.
So consult with the budget committee to get answers on what's outstanding for Lofa.
Thank you.
All right.
Senator Mamu, Tony Kwali Saron
Any other?
of Lofa County.
Senator Bachman?
Thank you, Madam President. Let me add it to, let me say, I didn't talk yesterday. Don't mind me if I talk to you that I talk. I didn't talk yesterday. Thank you. Let me say thank you to the Committee on Ways, Finance and Budget. In light of all of the difficulties we've all had during the recent past months of the budget formulation, we are almost at passage at this time. For the first time in many years to have a timely budget. Let me applaud people for that. Let me also thank you for the increment in the health budget and education. During the last budget debate, we all hailed the committee and the government for allocating or appropriating an increased amount to these sectors. I just want to buttress some of our colleagues from Lofa County here just now. And you are right that we need to be robust in our oversight. But one issue that I want to put on this floor is the issue of the management of the funds. The people who have authority to allot the funding, that gave us difficulty in oversight. Because whenever we went to the ministries, we call the people, their report will tell us that they're not receiving payment. And when they're not receiving disbursement, it's hard to do the work, especially for hospitals and schools. So I would just want to suggest, especially to the committee that has oversight on the Ministry of Finance, that this new budget year, as our people hear the millions they should feel it in time. Let the money be disbursed in time. If there's a means that they can even do the Monday allotment in a ranking way to say, okay, when the money comes, let's look at health, let's look at education, let's look at those critical areas first. So that when there's any little difficulty in the budget period, they can have the health sector and other sectors addressed. Because the last year's budget year, even I think about a month and a half ago, we had a joint hearing with education and health. The report they brought to us, most of the places they have not received up to 50%. And that makes oversight very difficult. We can't hold them responsible to do things that they're not getting the funding for the time. Thank you, Madam Presiding.
So what can we put in the budget law to ensure that disbursement and timely? We can to hold them accountable. Is it possible to put everything in the budget law?
At this point in time,
it's a valid point you are saying, but sometimes we have to look at capacity issues. Most of these ministries, like the Ministry of Health, they have their own health policies. The counties have to do submissions. When they are giving the first allotment, there should be reporting. So we have to look at capacities at the county level that will allow the central level ministries to comply with the making money. So if we put time frame in the budget law, it may not hold. It's very, very critical, but it may not hold because it's not applicable. So some of the counties, we have to talk to our people, we should assist our people in having the kind of capacity at the administration level in the counties to send to the central level the allotment requests, and then when first payments are made, they have to have the capacity to do their reports in time so that they can get the next allotment. Ministry of Finance or anything will not process another allotment. If the first allotment you got, you have not reported. So it's a mixed something. We have to look at capacity. We should support our counties in helping the officers to have the kind of capacity they need to report to the ministries in time. Thank you.
Senator Blabo Brown of Maryland County, Senator J. Blabo Brown, chaired on Rules, Order and Administration of the Liberian Senate.
The issue is
And nobody, I think we can put it on this because we have no other. Can we get a motion? Okay, can we get a motion? This debate started yesterday. The rest of the people have spoken. Senator Basikwa.
Yeah, you want it?
Senator Basikwa.
You see what?
Madam Presiding, distinguished colleagues, having exhaustively discussed, set from yesterday's sitting to today, the budget for the fiscal year 2025 with the request from the chambers of the House of Representatives seeking our concurrence, I move that the budget for the year fiscal year 2025 be endorsed, passed by this other body, and concur with the Honorable House of Representatives and the Liberian Senate, consider it passed, and I so move.
Senator Liberian Batikwa of Grand Crew Canton, the motion for concurrence of the 2025 2025 national budget.
I will want for also vote on record. Vote on the record. It was
Senator, all right. So are we ready to vote?
Yeah.
Secretary of the Senate, please call the roll.
So it's now time voting on the record by the Senate.
Monserrate County.
Monserrate County. Senator Sahali Joseph.
Monserrate County, Sir Joseph vote yes on the passage of the budget.
Senator Liberian from Basel County. Senator Sandal County. Senator Councilor Basin SG. Senator Quinton O. Duncan.
Yes.
Liberian County. Senator James Double Brown.
I vote yes.
Senator James P. Barney.
I vote yes.
Brian Kilman County. Senator Sylvia Breman Taylor.
Vote yes.
Senator Babak Kaplan.
Vote yes.
Bomb County. Senator Prince Kevin Moy.
Vote yes.
Senator Benito Perry. Newmark County. Senator Gandhi Twine Jr.
I vote yes.
Maryland County. Grand Gillette County. Grand Gillette County. Senator Zoe Imaria Pena.
Paris.
Senator Thomas Yaya Nimlen.
Vote yes.
Local County. Senator Councilor Joseph Jaa.
Yes. Yes, what?
Senator Monte South.
Vote yes.
I'm Friday, Monday.
Bowman County.
Friday.
Senator Ellis Ellis Jr. Senator Ellis Beneka Tyler.
Yes.
Marguerite County. Senator Anthony James Emmanuel Mukwe.
Yes.
Senator Nathaniel F. McGill. USS County. Senator Wellington Junior Smith.
Yes.
Senator Bill Territory. Franklin County. Senator Professor Abbott Bachi. Senator Nina Patakwa.
Yes. The veteran.
Roger County. Senator Linda Porcha Subwe.
Yes.
Senator Francis S. Dofu II.
I really want to say yes.
Baburu County. Senator Pedro County.
Yes.
And Senator Amra M. Conan.
The report of the concurrence, those senators who vote on the record by the clerical staff.
Senator voted in favor of the passage of the national budget. Not abstained.
With that report, the motion is passed for concurrence. Secretary of the Senate, please ask the call.
The budget 2025 have been officially concurred by the Liberia Senate in concurrence with the Honorable House of Representatives as it takes now. So folks, this is what it is here on Today Liberia Television. J. Kasha is my name for the very best this online platform has to offer you. First, it is the best entertainment. My name is J. Kasha, be the 12 veteran. We are to. I'd like to say many thanks to all of you for following us on the live coverage.
After session, we're going downstairs for the
Christmas cantata.
Christmas cantata, the Staff Association. We have a choir, and they want us to join in to put on the Christmas light.
You again.
Yeah, we're not closing today. We're just closing for the break. We're coming back because we still have the extension. It's only for Christmas. Yeah. You're open to the 6th. So you're only closing to have a Christmas break. We'll defer to the next session. Yeah, so that's a motion to adjourn and we can go.
So folks, this is how we love to take leave of you here until to reconnect with you at the main grounds of the Capitol building for the Christmas cantata. Folks, Today Liberia Television, many thanks to all of you for following us as we bring you all of the happiness on the grounds of the Capitol building. Today Liberia Television. J. Ashes, have in my name behind the camera.